Hey Jessica, I know you're doing your work today, and so I thought this might be the best way to communicate with you um, the results of my analysis. So, just taking you through real quickly, this is obviously your property that we're analyzing. It's listed at $125 a square foot. It's 1,200 square feet. That matters in that the larger houses usually will have a lower price per square foot. Smaller houses have a higher price per square foot. And most of the houses we're looking at in that community, which is called Hilltop, by the way, are larger by a little bit. So those are just photos. Hold on. Okay. So this is the tax record. It's listed as Fourth Circle and with a lot number. So it took a little digging to go through the whole community and find out which one was your lot number. But it does have a mailing address here, but I can't search by mailing address, just physical address. So we got that figured out. Okay, so this is 1 year's worth of, I'm sorry, 2 years worth of sales. I had to go back a little bit further. Don't put any stock in these numbers. I'm going to take you through the recent numbers in a second, but you'll see the highest price per square foot is 108 for a 1,400 square foot house. Now that's a really, really old comp, so naturally that would be selling for a lot more right now. Up here, you see the two that are listed. One is selling for 117 a square foot, but it's a lot larger, so it's going to be less per square foot. But it's important to note that it's also been on the market for 2 months. Ours, of course, has been on the market for 2 days. Now, if we go to the most recent comps, most of them drop out. And by the way, comps are comparable sales inside baseball, but I'm sure that you probably knew that, but I just wanted to say that real quick. So here are two that are almost the same size. These sales are within the past year. Let's see. This one is just a few months ago. This one's, a little more than, oh gosh, what month are we in? So that one's about 7, 8 months ago. These sold for 99 a square foot, and they're very close to the same size. You'll see right here. That is what you have. So close enough to be solid comps, and they sold a lot cheaper. Of course, you're 124 square foot. So that helps us see a little bit that house that we're looking at is a little overpriced. But now let's look through these. So this is the most recent comp. I say a little overpriced. I'm talking about just with a quick glance. So when we look at these photos, you'll see that this house has vinyl flooring, carpet that's old, needs to be some painting in some of these rooms because it's not really neutral enough to be real marketable. This one's got lots and lots of patches that don't match. Looks like some graphics still on the wall, even something like kind of moldy or something. I'm not sure what that is. So this one, that's actually priced at 96 a square foot, makes your house look like it's overpriced, is actually in really rough shape. I say really rough, I mean really, maybe not really rough, but needs some painting and whatnot. Now this one, closed comp, let's click on this one. It has the hardwood floors. It does look like a laminate instead of pre-finished floors. Yours actually are called hand scraped floors, and they're expensive. I think the cheapest hand scraped floor you can get is about $3 a foot because I wanted to put them in my office. Carpet, lots of carpet in all the bedrooms. So there you go. You'll see that, yeah, they're cheaper per foot, but they actually are not near as nice. So let's go back to the CMA now. So going back to the CMA, this one sold for 99. That was the one that we just looked at that had laminate floors, etc. Priced at about 140, which is 99 a square foot. Didn't need much. I would consider that one marketable. All it could use is maybe some nicer floors and in not having carpet or having new carpet. And then this one, of course, was really rough. So I looked at what they paid, and they paid $20,000. Kind of did the math backwards on your house. So if they were to sell at 132, they would break even. Obviously, they're trying to make a little money, but they haven't owned the house very long. Let me go back to that real quick. Okay, sorry for all the skipping. So they've only owned the house since the beginning of 2017, and they paid 123. Again, they break even at about 132. I think it actually was like 135. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me now. So about 135. So anything we give them above that, they walk away with after paying realtor fees, etc. I'd like to see us, obviously, this one's much better shape, but I'd still like to see us negotiate this deal and bring them down a little bit. I wouldn't want to do that if you were in Nashville, because it would be gone tomorrow and you miss so much time that by the time you actually buy a house, you'll be paying more. So working those numbers to try to get to a fair price per square foot. So just breaking it down, price per square foot, this is kind of what you'd be paying per square foot based on our final negotiated price. So 100 a square foot is our comps. I immediately made a $15,000 adjustment based on the cost of flooring and painting a home. And I thought all of those homes, if it was me, and I'm a little bit of a snob with real estate, is I would want to put floors and completely paint either of our highest comps. Now, if that's something you wouldn't do, then it doesn't represent a value to you. It doesn't necessarily mean the house is worth more, but I would want to do that. So I see that as embedded cost. I'd rather pay $15,000 more and not have to deal with the headache. Those floors I estimated at $8 a square foot installed. So, and then $5,000 for painting, and I forgot what, but basically it came out to about $15,000. So that would be 108. So I think as it sits, it's easily worth 108. If we negotiate it to 137, you're paying 110 a foot. If we negotiate it to 149, we're paying 120 a foot, and then at the list price, it's at 124. It's actually 125 if you round it up. So anyway, that'll help you. So what I did is I looked on the market to see what you could get for 125 a foot in Bedford County. Now, this doesn't mean this is the end all be all, because you don't have to stay in Bedford County, but you'll see mostly this one I clicked on, it's really rough. But you see mostly manufactured homes. This is a manufactured home with a foundation. Again, more trailer or manufactured homes. This one was a weird house, but I'm not down on it. And then we start to get into a couple of decent little houses. Now, I don't know this area right here, but that one was decent. I hope it's not manufactured. I don't think it is. And all these are kind of little whatever. This one wasn't bad. This one wasn't bad. This one was old, but I liked it. Anyway, so you kind of see another decent house, and I'll send these to you in a link so you can click on them. You've probably already seen them all, but this is what you would be getting if you wanted to try to negotiate something under 125 a foot. Some of these are really big. This one, I don't understand what the deal with that one is or why it's showing up. But anyway, I'll send these to you in a separate link. So that'll help you. I will give you advice on terms of what I would offer, but ultimately it's up to you. You know, I'll work for you. I'll try to negotiate as best I can. I am actually excited about being able to negotiate because I like doing that. But we just haven't been able to lately. So I've had to kind of, I don't know, push my buyers to make offers so that they get a house before the market continues to go up, and they would have lost that advantage of negotiating anyway. But in this case, I think we have a little room. So hope that helps, and let's talk at your earliest convenience. If you have a lunch break or something, I have a new buyer walk through. He's already under contract. I just have to walk through the property because it's a new construction at 10. Usually that doesn't take more than about an hour. In this case, it just depends on how picky my buyer is, and it could go till 12. I hope it doesn't. So call me today if you get a second. If I miss your call, I'll call you right back. Usually, I don't answer the phone usually just when I'm on the phone or with a client right that second, but I can get back to you pretty quickly. So hope that helps. Thanks.